In the top stories, Upper Monkey Hill residents to receive official land titles. Autopsy performed on teen vehicle crash victim and 2 bills critical to the NIA's functioning passed in National Assembly. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carlo Barrage. The Ministry of Sustainable Development continues its land allocation normalization and distribution land project for 2023 with the start of the regularization of lands in the Upper Monkey Hill area. Prime Minister and Parliamentary Representative for Constituency Number 8, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Minister of Sustainable Development, Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Shesdor Tyson, and Ambassador Cedric Liburd met with the residents of Upper Monkey Hill, St. Peter's on Wednesday to discuss the land project, which includes the freehold title and a rehabilitation of fencing project. Families in the area have lived on the lands for over 100 years without having an actual title of ownership. As a result, the Ministry of Sustainable Development opted to undertake this project to help these families by regularizing the lands in the area.
The people of Upper Monkey Hill will have access to the land of Upper Monkey Hill for free. It will be at no cost to you, the people of Upper Monkey Hill. You have lived here, you have been developed here, you have passed decades here, and therefore we feel, and it is only just, that you get access to this land.
That was Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew. There are 177 households on the approximately 38 acres of land. Honorable Dr. Joel Clark emphasized the ministerial requirements for the citizens, which include details they need to provide to facilitate the program. Our effort to regularize this area is to provide the appropriate land titles to the residents, give security of tenure, give appropriate access to infrastructure, and to manage the remaining land stock, the minister said. The entire land project for the Upper Monkey Hill area is estimated to be completed within the next 2 years. The police have released the results of an autopsy performed on the body of 15-year-old Lashley Orlando Weeks Jr. of Sadler's Village. The autopsy was done on Wednesday by resident pathologist Dr. Adrian Nunes. Dr. Nunes concluded that death was as a result of craniocervical trauma due to a motor vehicle accident. According to police, on May 19th, Mr. Weeks Jr. was the victim of a vehicular accident in Halfway Tree, St. Kitts. 2 pieces of legislation deemed critical to the day-to-day functioning of the Nevis Island administration were passed on Thursday at National Assembly. The first bill passed, the Nevis Island Administration Civil Proceedings Bill 2023, gives the NIA the power to sue and be sued in its own name in civil matters, whereas prior civil litigation against the NIA had to be served on the Attorney General's office in the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. The second, an amendment to the Crown Proceedings Bill 2023, is, quote, an amendment to the Crown Proceedings Act to reflect the terms and provisions of the Nevis Island Administration Civil Proceedings Act, according to Attorney General Honorable Garth Wilking, the mover of the bill. Lending his support to the Nevis Island Administration Civil Proceedings Bill 2023, Premier of Nevis Honorable Mark Brantley highlighted the importance of the legislative amendments and the impact on both the NIA and the federal government. Premier Brantley explained that as a result of the August 2022 decision by the Court of Appeal in the matter of the Ocean Reef Resorts Limited and the NIA, that the NIA had no standing to sue or be sued in civil matters. Nevis now has to come to Bastille for a fiat, which means permission from the Attorney General, in order to deal with those matters.
I'm persuaded that the court did not take into account the implications of what it was saying. And in essentially overruling decades of authority, it did not contemplate, well, what does this mean for the functioning day-to-day of the Nevis Island administration? And what does it mean for the federal government and the Attorney General? This legislation is really seeking to correct the mischief that has now been created in terms of the practical and legal implications of this judgment. And in a real way to restore us to what was prior to the, when did I say the judgment was? August 17th, 2022. It's less than a year ago. So prior to August 17, 2022, we had an established, well-known, well-respected approach to these matters. And this legislation, therefore, seeks to reset and really to put us back to what was and what had always been accepted.
Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Parliamentary Representative for Nevis 10, and Honorable Latoya Jones, Opposition Senator and Deputy Speaker, also voiced their support for the bill. Honorable Eric Evelyn, Deputy Premier of Nevis and Parliamentary Representative for Nevis 11, signalled his support during the quorum. Similarly, the members of Parliament for Nevis also indicated their support for the Crown Proceedings Amendment Bill 2023. All members present on the government benches supported both bills as well. This past week, the Department of Environment began a tree planting exercise in several primary and preschools in St. Kitts as part of the department's mandate to raise awareness on the importance of conserving and preserving the Federation's biodiversity. Over 40 fruit trees were planted in 13 learning institutions, namely the Keon, Sandy Point, Tyrrell Williams, Bronte Welsh, Tucker Clark, Beach Allen, St. Paul's, Newton Ground, Deep Bay, Violet Petty, and the Dean Glassford Primary Schools. Trees were also planted at the Keon and Tabernacle Daycare Centers, Little Learners Academy, and the Children's Home. Fruit trees planted included sugar apple, soursop, mango, Suriname cherry, gooseberry, and monkey cherry. This initiative was a collaborative effort between the Department of Environment and the Ministries of Agriculture and Education. Darian Edmead, Environmental Education Officer, said the exercise ran until May 26th and was held in recognition of International Day for Biodiversity, which is observed to increase understanding and awareness of biodiversity issues. During the tree planting exercise, members of the Department of Environment educated the students on the importance of conserving and preserving the Federation's biodiversity, which included planting new trees. After the break, the Department of Technology participates in workshop on information security policy in Taiwan, and Caribbean Lottery sponsors the St. Kitts Music Festival. Stay with us.
Here are your Horsford Value Mart IGA specials from May 18th to the 31st. And now your Value Club Blue Tag specials. IGA and Essential Everyday Salad Dressings, $10.99. IGA Margarine, just $23.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Frozen Waffles, $10.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Honey Bear Clover, $19.99. Bigelow Teas, $10.99. Suavitel Fabric Softener, $19.99. And now our very low weekly value deals. Nor rice and pasta side dishes, $7.99. Essential Everyday Ketchup, just $4.99. Essential Everyday Instant Oatmeal, $11.99. Arm & Hammer Deodorant, $7.99. Centrum Vitamins, $44.99. Extra Liquid Laundry Detergent, $22.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. esté listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your national bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Welcome back. Two officers from the Department of Technology, Cybersecurity Analyst Julian Berry and Systems Administrator Kevin Liddy, are currently participating in an information security policy workshop taking place in Taiwan from May 24th to June 6th. In this workshop, Taiwan's policies on information security, its experiences in strengthening data protection against evolving cyber threats and risks, as well as its views on cybersecurity trends will be shared. The objectives of the workshop include increased awareness on information security, identification of the logic and attack patterns of threats to the internet security structure, and the sharing of experiences on cybersecurity technology. The knowledge from this workshop is expected to help improve our reporting systems and response capacity to cyber attacks or threats on our efficiency in the deployment of various cybersecurity protection mechanisms for a safe networking environment. Caribbean Lottery has announced its participation as a silver sponsor for the 25th anniversary of the St. Kitts Music Festival taking place at Warner Park from June 22nd to 24th. Chairman of the festival's executive committee, Alistair Williams, said they are thrilled to collaborate with Caribbean Lottery. He was quoted as saying, "We are truly grateful for this sponsorship. You not only support the local economy, but also contribute to delivering a high-caliber event that captures the hearts of both locals and visitors." Caribbean Lottery's business operations supervisor, Chad Kelly, congratulated the organizers and conveyed the company's commitment to keep supporting the event. He said, quote, "A brilliant partnership like this, built over years, is a testament to the mutual dedication to entertainment and cultural activities," end quote. A group of men will be holding an island-wide walk on Saturday night entitled Let's Walk Our Island. According to one of the organizers, Leslie Warner, the aim is to challenge themselves and anyone else who wants to join. He also explained why they are holding it at night.
We would walk around the island for fun when there was much more of the sugar cane, you know. Now it's more of an exercise, recreational, and a part of trying to get to know the island a little better from a different perspective. Well, nighttime is based on one wanting to do something different than the daylight, plus based on the temperature at this current point. Place is quite humid, and most folks thought at nighttime the moonlight would have been more conducive for them to be a part of it.
He said this walk is just one of several events they host to help persons reconnect with the country.
We are currently walking and experiencing, adventuring, exploring our island continually. So future events would be like upcoming hashes that we do every 3 weeks. Like next week there will be a hash that will be announced. And we do hiking. I'm a part of several hike clubs that we do and explore our island on a regular basis. You know, so just trying to let people come out and get to know our island.
Saturday's walk begins at 6 p.m. at the Golden Rock Pasture in Connery, travels around the island, and ends at the same location. Persons are asked to gather at 5:30 p.m. for instructions and guidelines. Mr. Warner said the police will provide security and vehicular assistance will be available for persons who cannot make the entire journey. The Seniors Day program has had an enriching impact on participants attending the weekly sessions being piloted in East Bastyr, St. Peter's and St. Paul's. 23-year-old Milano Welcome has found the experience equally enriching as a facilitator of the art and crafts and painting course he conducts in St. Peter's.
It's actually fun, and the seniors are actually inviting and warming and very talented, as you can see. Over the week I have been overly excited to work with them because every morning I come, they just have this warm smile and greeting towards you, and they welcome me.
During his 3 weeks with the seniors, Mr. Welcome had each person create a Mother's Day card, decorating with origami flowers and bright colors. He also had the group work collectively on a portrait of Honorable Iselin Phillip, Minister of State with responsibility for aging. Each participant worked on an assigned section.
They actually surprised me a lot with that painting because that's the first painting we actually did. For them, it was a bit scary in the beginning, but they are willing to do whatever it takes to finish the work, and despite their age, they're actually very hands-on.
Minister Phillips said that the government is committed to creating opportunities for seniors to age with dignity. The launch of the Seniors Day program within the first 6 months of the administration assuming office is demonstrative of this commitment, she indicated. The Seniors Enrichment Program has also been strengthened. A recent outing by the group took the older persons to Caribbean cinemas to watch a matinee. First time for some of the seniors. Future outings being planned are a day trip to Nevis as well as a seniors prom.
We are very committed to making sure and finding ways of how we can sustain this programming, and it's also very good to see that we have had sponsors who've really been able to support financially, and that's something that we look forward to getting more of because sustainability is always something that we are thinking about, and how we're able to make sure that we can budget and sustain the activities and the programming.
The minister thanked the sponsors, which include businesses, individuals, non-governmental organizations, and diplomatic allies. Coming up in regional news, former Minister of Health concerned about medication shortage